Well, hello there, friends. Normally I have a dish in my hand and I'm introducing what I'm gonna cook, but they ate everything, so I got nothing to show you. But I'm gonna make my favorite way to eat spinach, cream spinach. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell. And stay tuned, friends. We're making cream spinach together. Well, hello there, friends. Without a shadow of a doubt, one of the first vegetables I fell in love with. I gotta tell you the story later. Cream spinach, the way my mom used to make it. Delicious, I promise you. I got 1 pound of fresh spinach. Then we remove the stems. I hate the stems of the spinach. I don't know about you guys. I got my pasta cooker right there, and I got a water, and I'm gonna put a little salt. Kind of like when I do in pasta. Look at that. And now we're going to put the spinach leaves in there, friends. We're going to poach them for a minute or two. About 1.5. We settle for it in the middle. I'm going to push them down. I'm telling you, a minute and a half. I know you guys are going to be looking at the clock. I don't have a clock. But I'm assuming that we're going to do a minute. It's actually a figure of speech. I like that. That's pretty good English. It's a figure of speech, a minute, okay? We're going to blanch them, and then, you don't do it very long, Don't do it very long now. Okay, a minute is good. By the way, you can use frozen spinach if you wanted to, okay? And do you think it's been about a minute and a half? All right. Because we're going to continue cooking them in the sauce after we do it. So we're going to take it right there. I'm going to stop the burner. Don't want it to be. I just want to blanch them really quick, okay? It's very important for them to stay nice and beautiful and green. Okay, you got to do this. Let's leave it another 2 or 3 seconds. What I was going to tell you is my mom used to make it years ago. We were very poor, and my mom did not buy spinach. The outer layer of the lettuce, she used the outer layer of lettuce. For years, we ate cream spinach. I got to tell you the story after. I got to get going because I don't want to overcook them. But I got to tell you what she did. So here we go, phone. I'm going to take my pot, and now I'm going to go to the sink. I'm going to go to the sink, and I am going to drain them. You see, I'm just going to drain. That's cool. That's why I took a pasta cooker. It's much easier to do it this way, you see? Right? And then I'm going to rinse them. Right? We're going to stop the cooking process right here, friends. You see? And now we're going to take them, after we've done this. Now we're going to take them and we're going to put them in ice water. You see, I got ice water right there, friends. And we're going to go in, and exactly the same way, now they're going in ice water. And this, friends, is going to stop the cooking process immediately. And it's going to seal in the color. And you see, we have beautiful, beautiful green spinach. You see? Now, the fact that they were very small leaves, I didn't have to cut them too much. And then what I'm going to do, the next step that I'm going to do, friends, I'm going to take my potato ricer. If you don't have a potato ricer, do it with your hand. Okay? And we're going to take them, and we're going to put them in a potato ricer. Let me just do this. I'm probably going to make a little mess on my kitchen counter. But it's okay, it's by the sink, it's used to it. Let me just move back a little bit. There you go. Right, I'm gonna do this. Like I say, you can do it with your hand, okay? I just happen to have this awesome potato ricer that I use for so many other things besides potatoes. And here's a perfect example of it. And then what I do, friends, you see, look. You see, look. I squeeze all the water out of it. See, it's an easy way to do it. You can do it with your hand, or you can get a bath towel, you see? And right there, friends, you have your spinach. And we may still want to squeeze a little more water out of it, or you replace it into another position like this, and then you do it again. And look. Ooh, look at water came in everywhere on our sign right there. There we go. Okay, friends, so this is how we do it. All right, so I'm going to continue to do that. And when it's all done and the spinach are nice and dry, we're going to come back and we're going to make the sauce. Okay, friends, look at this. This is all I got left out of 1 pound of spinach. It looked like a lot, right? Remember that big pot? I got nothing left. So I got some butter in here going, friends. I got 4 ounces of butter. And I weigh it, this 4 ounce, a quarter pound. and what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute my onion in the same time, and then I'm going to put the flour. I'm going to make the roux because it's a Mornay sauce. You know, I was just talking about it earlier and say, you know, it's amazing how many of those side that you get for a side order somewhere, they're all based out of a Mornay sauce. That's why it's very important, friends, then you learn the fundamentals. Okay, the fundamental teaches you this. This is a mother sauce, one of the 5 mother sauces. Very important, and we learn the fundamental because with the fundamental we can do anything we want. When you know those techniques, you can do anything you want. Now I'm using red onion because it goes well with spinach. It's got some nice flavor to it sometimes. I don't really like to use it all the time. It doesn't require to be caramelized like a regular onion, like a white or a Spanish onion. And it cooks well, and it just goes very well with spinach. There's something about it. So I'm going to saute that. I'm going to put my flour. I'm going to make a roux. And then I got next to it, I got 4 cups of milk. And I always got some extra if I need it. You know, I use whole milk, okay? And we're going to use it in a minute. In the meantime, I'm sauteing the onion. Very, very simple, right? And then I'm going to make the roux. And the roux is as we know, flour and butter. I mean, some people make it with oil, and nothing wrong with that. But that's the way they like to make it, you know. Make it however you want it, as long as there's some kind of a fat, okay? And this is mine right now. And we're going to cook it a little bit. We have to be careful because it'll burn if we're not mixing it. Okay, and we're going to mix it, and then we're going to add the milk slowly. And then we're going to have a bechamel at that point. Certainly not with red onion, but but you know, we cook it just a little bit, and then we're going to take a ladle. I'm going to add the hot milk. Now you can add cold milk if you want. I find it in the hot milk makes it easy to incorporate it, but add whatever you want, my friends. Let me reduce the heat so it's not so hot. Okay, I got the hot milk right here. I'm going to put it here so I don't make too much of a mess when I put it in. And at the beginning, it's going to be quite lumpy. And then as you incorporate it, I'm not very good with my left hand. I don't know if you notice it. I'm terrible with my left hand. Some people are so gifted. They can do 2 things. I know me. No, ask me to do anything with my left hand. You'll be in big trouble. I can't do nothing in my left hand. So here we go. Thank goodness I got a good right one. So here we go. Let's put this over there. Put the milk right there. Let me incorporate it well. And then we're going to put the cheese. We're going to add the spinach. It's a very simple dish to make, friends. Very simple to do it correctly. The only thing, by the way, you can use frozen spinach if you want. Just squeeze all the water out of it, okay? But you can do frozen spinach. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it using frozen spinach. So let me finish the story. I'm going to cook this. I'm on low heat right now, okay, friends? I'm on low heat. And I got to tell you, so when we were kids, my mom would always make cream spinach. I grew up every day almost. We had cream spinach. And we loved it, and you know, it was cream spinach. And then one day when we were used to it, we ate it all the time, and for the first time we went to a restaurant. We didn't go to a restaurant because we were poor. We didn't go to the restaurant, and we went to a restaurant one day, and we were 5 kids. And one of us ordered cream spinach, and we said, "What do you order cream spinach? We have it at home every day." He said, "Oh, I just want to know how the people make it." So they brought us this cream spinach. Then it was very green. It was it was real spinach. And we say, "Mom, your cream spinach is delicious, but it's not green. It's like pale." And she admitted, she told us the story. She said, I don't use spinach. We don't have money to buy spinach. It was the outer leaf of the lettuce. Instead of throwing them away, she would poach them in water, and she would put it in a cream spinach. But it was lettuce, so all the time we ate cream spinach that didn't taste like anything. It was just about the cheese, but we were eating lettuce instead of spinach. So every time I make it, I think of my mother. May she rest in peace. So, like friends, See, look, it's looking beautiful. So now I'm gonna add my spinach. And if you have big leaves of spinach, friends, if you have the big leaves of spinach, you're gonna say, well, that's not gonna be enough. Trust me, it's gonna be plenty. If you had the big leaves of spinach, make sure you cut them before you put them in. Mine were baby spinach, so I didn't need to do this, you see? You see, friends? Look. You're going to mix them. It's going to take a little while for it to incorporate because they're very tight together. So that's why I use a whisk, you see? And, I have a recipe also on the channel. It's called a spinach and artichoke dip. Why I add sour cream to it. It's fabulous. You should try it. Okay? Put a little garlic in there. We don't want the garlic. Remember, this is going to continue to cook in the oven. So we don't want to forget a little garlic in there. And then we're going to put a little bit of hot sauce, friends. A little bit of hot sauce. You don't have to put hot sauce if you don't want to. It's going to be in the background. You're never going to know. And very important because we're going to have a lot of fat here with the cheese and the butter and all that. So the lemon is going to give you a little brightness a little bit in there. It's very important. Remember, when you have fat, to always add a little bit of acidity. Pepper. Right there, a little more salt. Now we got to watch for the salt because we're going to add the cheese, okay? Now in the cheese, friends, I got 4 ounces of cheddar. I'm going to keep a little bit for the top. And I got 4 ounces of Gruyere. And I'm going to keep a little bit on the top, okay? All right? So put whatever cheese you want in there, okay? I make it sometimes with brie and goat cheese. Brie and goat cheese is delicious. Sometimes I add bacon bits to it. I mean, you can do so many things with this, friends. This, I promise you, will be one of the best cream spinach you've ever had. And it's perfect. You can do it in individual servings. You can do it in a mini lasagna pan, in a big lasagna pan. And you're going to gratin it in the oven. And this, my friends, is an amazing cream spinach. Look at this. And I also like to add a touch of chopped parsley in it. And now, you remember, I like the lemon. I like the lemon to be very present. Oh, I have the microplane grater right here. So I'm going to take a microplane grater, and I am going to grate a little bit of the lemon in there, friends. And I promise you, the lemon is going to brighten the whole thing. It's going to be really, really fantastic. So don't be afraid to put the lemon in there. It's very hot in there. I got the heat that comes out right on top of my hand. All right, here we go, friends. You can put a little more. And then we're going to bake this in the oven until it's got a beautiful gratiné. See, so I have to mix it. Now we're going to cook this. I like to cook it about another 2 minutes to cook the bechamel completely. Then I'm going to put it in the oven. All right, so I'll come back in a minute, friends, just to reduce this a little bit, just to give it a little more cooking. I'll be back in a minute. We'll put it in a lasagna pan, and then we'll pop it in the oven. Okay, friends, it reduced a little bit. And now we're going to put it in a lasagna pan. It's got butter in it. And we're going to just bake it. And we're going to gratinate. So we can serve it like this, or we can serve it in individual platter. And the individual platter is going to be one of those guys right there. And we could put a little butter in it. We should put butter. I don't have time right now, but you got the idea, friends. Put a little butter in there. You see, I got enough for one more. Put a little butter in there. It's always better with butter. And voila. So that's perfect. I'll give you the exact measurement of those 2 dishes that I got right there, friends. Right? So we can bake all of those. And then what I do, I saved some of the Gruyere cheese and some of the cheddar cheese and a little bit of Parmesan. So I'm going to put it on top. And then I'm just going to bake those guys. until they're beautiful, golden brown, right? Put all the cheese you got in there, friends. And then we're going to take them out and we're going to see how beautiful they are. Smells amazing. A little more cheddar right there. You see? Just like this. Simple, simple, simple. No big deal. Just, there you go. So if you have a dinner party, you want to make those in advance, friends, put it in a lasagna pan, a big lasagna pan. So family style, eh? You can make it in advance. You can freeze it. No, you can refrigerate it right now. You can freeze it too. This will freeze beautiful, actually. And refrigerate it. And when you're ready to go, you put it in a warm oven, like 275, 250, however long it takes to get the inside temperature. Everybody's always asking me, when do I reheat? You always reheat at low temperature until the inside temperature is about 155. 155. Inside temperature. A little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano. And we're going to pop this in the oven, friends. And we're going to have ourselves a beautiful cream spinach. I promise you, you're going to love this one. It's delicious. All right, my friends. Very good. I'll pop them in the oven. And I'll be back when it's beautiful, finished, golden brown, and the kitchen is clean. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, friends. I just want to let you know, though, if you make them in advance, you can make them a day before, even 2 days before. Nothing wrong with it. As long as you wrap it, you put them in the fridge, they'll be perfectly fine. When you want to reheat them, take them out of the fridge, leave them at room temperature for a couple of hours if you have the time. If you don't have the time, don't worry about it. Get your oven warmed up at about 275, 250, 275. And put them in there, okay? They're going to be cold. They're going to take a long time. They're going to take 45 minutes to an hour. But remember, whatever you do, when you're reheating something, it doesn't matter if it's a gratin potato, if it's a cream spinach, or whatever it is you're reheating, don't reheat it above the temperature of 150, 155, because you cannot eat food at that temperature, hotter than that. So it makes no sense to reheat something to 200 degrees if you can't eat it, right? So you want to reheat it at a temperature and you can eat it, which is 145 to 155, somewhere around there. All right, so you use a thermometer like you use a thermometer for your meat and check it out. Go to the inside of it. All right, so Jack ate the other two little ones, so now I got this one. So I'm telling you, you're going to love this, friends. So I want you to see the inside of it. Remember now, you break the cheese right there and look at this. Look at this, my friends. Look how beautiful that is. You see, and let me tell you, I promise you, friend, I'm not gonna eat all. I'm not gonna eat all this, I say, because this is a little too much to eat right now. And why did I take a big spoon like that? If I take a big spoon like that, I'm not gonna be able to speak. So I'm not gonna take a big spoon like that. I'm gonna take a little smaller spoon, so I can speak at the same time. Hot. My friend, I promise you there's not a steakhouse in America, in the world, that makes a better cream spinach than this. I hope you make it. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring that bell. Thanks for watching.